Oh, oh, we're live. Good. Okay, good. There you go. We got some people showing up. This is Saturday. It's coin class time. I'm playing with this right now because I can't find a good one. So I'm just going to make another card. There you go. I use these little cards to put the coins on under the scope. There you go. That way I can put the coin on this and I can move it around instead of scraping up the coin. One of those little tricks you develop over time. How's everyone today? We got one person watching. That's peculiar. Okay, we'll give him a minute. I think we got more. SJ's here. There's Bumbusel, 9 Dimes, Logan's Coining Cards, Lincoln Central, YOLO Bagels, Hidden Numismatist. And I think that's probably all of them. That's okay. It's a good start. It's Saturday, 3 o'clock. The weather's getting really nice, especially up north, so people are getting out. It'll be kind of quiet in here for probably the next couple of months because, geez, you know, the winter really brings them in, let me tell you. And rainy days always help. There's Raid Shop, American Woodland Relics. Good to see you. David Smock. Yeah, a whole bunch of people. Okay, we're going to talk about what? I got to find my notes here. What were we going to talk about? It says coin collecting for non-experts. Well, this is perfect for us because I'm no expert. We got Joe Bunn, Mike Wolf. How's everyone today? Joe Bunn is in the house. Everybody brace yourselves. We'll get some announcements out of the way here first. That's this page. It's not a whole lot of it. Let's see. Last night we had Coin Jeopardy. In case you missed it, it was a lot of fun. I sort of falling asleep at the end. Oh gosh, I tried to get a nap in earlier, but I was really excited, so I stayed right up. And well, that's no problem. I have strong coffee for today, so that should work. But CJ picked up the Dansko album, and a lot of these coins here I haven't packed up yet. I heading CJ's way. Should it be a good adventure? But for the meantime, we can use them as, you know, props for this show. Logan says, "What's a 1990 proof like worth?" It doesn't, but it what? What's a 1990 proof like worth? Proof like? I don't have any idea what you're talking about. If it doesn't have an S, it might not be a proof. There's some 1990s that don't have an S, and they are proof. Yeah. Send photos. We'll hash them up. Mike says, "I heard a rumor American Pickers will be in the little town I live in." That'd be fun. If it's not a proof, then a Philly. You'd really have to have a superior grade for a lot of these moderns to start to gain you know, substantial value. You're talking MS66, 7, 8, 9, really top end. You got a barbecue going on? Man, I got some pork. I went to the store. I got new pork butt. It's not actually the butt of a pig. They call it a butt because they used to put it in a wooden crate called a butt. Yeah, so it's a pork butt. That's what it's not. It's got nothing to do with, you know, that part of the pig. They're pretty good and they're great on the barbecue. Listen, we've got another Dansko album to give away, so we got to have Coin Jeopardy Part 2. That'll be a couple of weeks probably. So if you want to get in on that, because most of these coins that CJ got, people sent in. God love them, all kinds of people. We still have more coins because CJ sent some coins. I'm not going to send it back to him. So we already have a head start on this next Dansko. And what we missed in last night's show was including, you know, a whole bunch of wheats from the little bag. These are the wheats that come from people pressing like during that show. So that'll be something fun for him to go through. And that comes from Lincoln Central Coins, this next album that we're giving away. Oh, it's on the D. The D is just worn. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, take a good hard look at those things. Now, all the winners last night that were on the winning team, right? We've got Ant, Coin Dragon, Cointelligence, Blues Coins, Koi Lovers, Silver Haze, Mise en Place, Aiden Jones, and CJ all get 1,000 Mantic coins. But to get those 1,000 Mantic coins, you gotta meet me in Mantic Show, and that starts at 5:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Central Time, and Did I post the link down below? I gotta check this. I may not have posted that. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Gosh, did I post it? Well, if it's not there, we'll get you there. Type in Mantic coins. Gosh, I don't think I posted it. What's wrong with me? Okay, let me find it here. No, I didn't. God, I've failed. See, if I type it in now, it's going to screw everything up because we've already started the stream. Okay, go to that. Go to the coin directory because that is listed, and you can find the link to Mantic coins in there. There's Mantic. Mantic can post his link right now. The grad student. He's a graduate student. He's been studying coins for decades. Just a little at a time, though. Okay, but you show up and you're on the winning team from last night and you get those Mantic coins. They're good at stores near you, at quality stores. Let me find the rest of my notes. Okay. Coin collecting for non-experts. How do you know what to collect? This is a neat one. I had a fellow send me a message. What should I collect? What kind of coins should I collect? My answer was, of course, the most expensive one that I have for sale. It seemed like the best answer for me. Really, there is no such thing as what's the best to collect, unless you're looking at return on investment or perhaps future gain and value. All kinds of different ways to measure things as far as what is the best. But collect what you like. That's the easy one. I always suggest starting, if you're getting started with coins, start with the pennies. Because one, they're cheap as dirt. They cost a penny, right? You can get them going back 100 years. And here's a whole tube of stuff that Coy Lovers sent in for that package going to CJ. These go back, 100 years and then some. You can pull Flying Eagle cents every now and again out of a roll of pennies. People pull Indian cents out. Well, not often. You go through 100 boxes of pennies, you might get an Indian cent. Oh, beg your pardon. I better get rid of this. But just the Lincoln cents, yeah, you can find memorials going back into the 60s real easy. You can find these wheat pennies, and I'll get a whole bunch here. You know what a wheat penny is. You've seen these before. I have not focused it in. It's the old style design. You get the memorial designs. They're pretty simple enough. You'll find, 30% of your coins are still bearing this old design. I grew up on those. But get one of everything. What should I collect? Collect them all. That's the easy one. Pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. They're in your pocket change. You can get them easily. What makes a collection? Well, if you've got a jar of change, you already have kind of a collection. What separates a collection from a jar of change is picking through it and discarding the coins that just aren't really all that collectible, that don't have any value or attraction. Part of it's not just the value of the coin, but it's attractive. It's something you wish to keep. Some figures to go over. There are 2 to 3 million active coin collectors in the United States. Now, by active, these are people who are actively hunting for coins to extend or improve their collection. Okay, so they're either hunting or buying. They're hunting through change, they're hunting through rolls, or they're going to shows and shops, websites, auctions, and buying those coins. 2 to 3 million, that's huge. That's just barely that's just touching the edge. There's another 5 to 10 million more casual collectors, right? They'll keep it if they come across it. They know what to pick out of their pocket change. Oh, keep that one. It's silver because it's a dime made before 1965. We want to keep that one, right? Or they keep a coin because it's different or unique. What's this? It's got Queen Elizabeth on it. Should we keep that? Yeah, why not? So you got what is it? 5 to 10 million of these casual collectors. I had a Queen Elizabeth. Here's one. There we go. Oh, where's my little cards? Queen Elizabeth. They don't make these anymore. You can tell that it's Canadian because it'll say Canada. There you go. Now, even Canada has coins that are collectible. They had a centennial, so you get different designs on some of these years. You go back before 1967, and Their bigger coins, nickels, dimes, not nickels, but dimes, quarters, and halves, have silver content. It's 80% versus 90% over here in American. But you don't need to know all this stuff, really. You keep it because it's got a great bird on there, or because it's got that original shine and luster. You can tell what that looks like. Let me put 2 pennies here. Okay, one of these is circulated, and the other one is on, and this is without the camera even focusing. Let's see if we can possibly make this camera ever work. It worked when I bought it, and the next day I guess I must have dropped it or maybe drooled on the lens. There you go. You can see the difference in the luster, right? The newer coins, or at least the newer looking coins, are always more collectible. They're beautiful. They're pretty. This one on the left, what's the date on that? It's like a 1958D. We will never know. It's an older coin. It's been handled a bunch of times, spent. God knows where it's been. So, wash your hands after you handle these things. Mike, he's from Moline. Where's Moline? I'm looking at the chat over here. Oh, and Cointelligence, he's on my list here. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, Cointelligence is having a fundraiser for some type of project having to do with his history teacher. He's trying to raise capital. He's got $27 so far out of a 90 that he needs. Look, you're right here on my list, Cointelligence. I meant to talk about that. If you want to support him in any way, I'm sure he'd greatly appreciate it. It seems to be for a good cause. He was doing a show earlier just to raise attention and awareness for this little project of his. You want to tell the group what you're doing with this? It's a gift for a history teacher. That's as much as I know, really. But well, it's a good start. Anything that promotes the hobby works for me. I'm always for that. Mike Wolf says, I found a cross that was carved out of 1991 Lincoln Penny Ender. Outstanding. Did a video on it. Well, I'll get over and check that out. YOLO says, I've been looking for an AU-55 bust half that can't find any at a good price. Once you get into the higher grades on those bust halves, the prices start get 3-4 digits. About $60 worth of coins, says YOLO. But I just spent a ton of money, so I'll have to add it. Hi-Ho says, just watch a really boring ad you're in. My debt forever now, Ken. You're in my... I'm sorry. YouTube does that. I get like 4 cents. I think I made 16 cents on last week's video. It's a coin gift for a history teacher. There it is. She's a huge history fanatic. There is history in these coins. You don't have to know about the coin. Where'd my example go? I had a great one here. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's not just the dates and the condition. You don't have to know about that. You'd say, I like to keep that because it's just a really cool looking coin. This one's a piece of history. It has no monetary value as far as face value. It's not a dollar. It's about the size of a $50, right? And that's just a big piece of bronze stamped with U.S. frigate Constellation. I thought I'd pull that out and show it to you. Now, what makes this piece interesting? My mother had, she was working for the Navy, back in the day. I guess she was a typist, ended up working for the education department. She was around, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. for a little bit. And that's where this ship is parked, in the Baltimore harbor. And it's a U.S. Constellation? Yeah, it's the first ship of the U.S. Navy. Right? Over the years, it's had a lot of work done to it because the thing is over 200 years old. I mean, it's made out of wood, it's sitting in the water. Every now and then it's going to need some work. But in order to fund the work, the Historical Society had stripped the brass from the coin, or from the ship. Now, you realize these are covered all around the boat, all around the sides with this bronze. And they took this stuff, melted it down, converted it into coins, and they sold the coins off to pay for the financing of the ship and all the repairs. Apparently, it's a pretty robust work. The ship is still part of the Navy. It's still listed as active duty, but it's It's a museum ship. So there's a piece of history. Now, let me get over here and see, where's the scope? No, there it is. So we'll get a better look at that. It's 1797 was when the ship was commissioned. Right? It's about the size of a $half. Great detail. You got these old beasties. Every rope on these boats had a specific purpose. You see ropes all over these tall ships. They all have a purpose, or they wouldn't be there. And you put somebody new on that ship, some, what do you call them, greenhorn, landlubber. Yeah, you put them on there, and they don't have any idea what all these ropes are. No idea. But if you give them time, you can put them on that ship, and they can be handy and useful and helpful, because the old timers on that ship are going to show them what rope you got to pull to do what task. You know, you want to move that sail, the mainsail, you want to move that up, or the trim, or the jib, or whatever you got. Everything's got a name. There's a specific rope that'll move it up, move it down, pull it to the side, turn it left, whatever you got to have. So you learn this stuff. It takes time, right? You're not gonna get in there and know exactly what's what the first day. That's for darn sure. It's the same with the coins. Every single rope on that ship has a job, and there's literally hundreds, probably thousands of ropes that would be needed to make that work. They're going from one to the next, one sail to these other yard arms. Gosh, how do you keep it all straight? You learn one thing at a time. That's how it works. These old people that have been doing this for a long time, they used to know nothing, and they got some great collections out of it. But every now and then you find a neat thing like this, where it's got nothing to do with, coins. This is more of a metal. This is exonumia. It's kind of coin related, and a lot of people like to have them. There it is. Now, my mother had given me one of these coins back when I was about 12 years old. Fast forward 10 years, and I had sold everything so I could pay the light bill. But I had to get another one, because it's one of the first really cool ones I ever had. And they're out there. You can get these for, 10, 15, 20 bucks. Get the ones that are in great shape, because that's a piece of history. That's a piece of the ship when it was first sailed. And back in its day, that was a tough bird. That was one of the toughest ships of all time. That was, high tech back in the day. The way they built that. It's a wonderful coin. I didn't know a thing about it then. What are you talking? 35, 40 years later? Okay, I know where to go to research the story behind that coin. I can look it up. But when I got it, there's a ship with a boat on it, or it was a coin with a ship on it. There it is. Great color, great tone. The condition is everything, I think, on that. Well, there's a story behind it. I'm watching and eating tacos. Count how many tacos you eat. When you get to 1,000, stop and never eat another taco. Titanic had enough lifeboats. You didn't have lifeboats up there because you didn't want to inspire those guys to butcher the enemy. Blow the British to kingdom come. The way these new sailors learn about these ships and how they operate is the same way the new collectors learn how to collect, what to collect, how to keep their coins, store them safely, grow their collection. You get started, and really, if all you can do is gather a bunch of them up for whatever reason, right? Maybe they're related, maybe they're, what are these? These are wheat pennies in a jar. Okay, if that's all you did, at some point it becomes an impressive collection. This is a jar. I think it used to have olives in it. I keep it over here on my table. When I find wheat pennies, I'm going through, some rolls. I throw them in the jar. So it gets full. I look at them. There are plenty of people who would say, geez, I'd love to have that jar of pennies, because all they got, is a few small coins. Maybe they're neat. They don't know anything about them. That's okay. What the hell are we talking about? I'm so lost. We're talking about new collectors, inexperienced collectors, collecting coins without olives. Yes, collecting coins without that knowledge, without a whole lot of experience. What you can do is keep notes, I've talked about this before. You'll find a checklist down below that'll help you to organize, what you're collecting, what these notes are, what to keep when you're going through, old change jars. You got a bucket of change from your grandmother or something, and you don't know what to keep. Some of it's going to be good, some of it maybe not so good. But you learn as you go. That's the whole point. What? No peeps? Have no fear. The Cone 710 is here. What happened? If you're on CT, is that a drug? You know how many collectors find damaged coins and think they are errors? Yeah, a lot of times. You're going to find coins as you go. I had one out here the other day. I probably chucked it because it was screwed up. What's lying on the desk here? Let's find something here. Okay, you'll find coins with marks. No, that's not it. This is just stuff lying on the desk here. Maybe they're worth something. Maybe they're screwed up. You really don't know. Well, the best thing I can tell you is set it aside, right? Maybe you stick it in your collection jar, right? At least you got it all together. Oh, and while I'm on the subject, please don't take your coins, right, and do this, because I'm just going to flip out over here. I've already looked through these, so I can do that. But anything will work. A box, an old sock, a jar. So it's got a lid. You can take them out. You can put them back in. Most of the coins, if you find them in pocket change and you're not experienced, they're probably not going to be all that valuable. They'll be more than face value for sure, I bet you. But they're probably not tip-top. But you learn that way. Tim Holmes says, the U.S. Eagle Coast Guard tall ship in Connecticut. If you're on Connecticut. What's CT? If you're on CT. Don't know. Anyway, you're going to learn over time, right? How do I store these coins? And I've done this before. You can take a piece of paper. No fooling. And I got my tape in here. You can take a simple piece of paper, and I've got directions on my blog, and you'll find that down below, where you can just cut it out, right? Pretty much 2 inches across, 2 inches wide. You got little flaps on the sides. You fold them together. You put a piece of tape on there. If I can get that across. Piece of tape on there, and I've got something I can put a coin in. Just drop it in, fold it over, and I'm good. All right? I can write on it what it is. I can make a box. Tell me what we made that out of. Just any container will do. If you got a box and you can put these coins in individual holders, you got a heck of an advantage. Because now you're able to categorize your coins and put all your pennies together, all your dimes in one spot, all your quarters in another. You can write the dates on there, what it is. ACS Colorado says, Mr. Ken, have you ever seen a 1969 D double die? I have found one, and I have never seen one before. You're going to find my blog down below, and on there, on the right side, do I have it loaded? Yeah. This is a good example here. Let me find the screen. This is what I look at. This is my blog. That's a 1 million pennies project. And over here on the side of it, let me see if you can see this all right. Yeah, we can see this all right. Over here on the side, you're going to have a little jump to section, and one is a key information websites, right on the bottom of this little list. And in there, you'll find different places you can get more information, so that you're not collecting coins without knowledge. You don't have to be an expert, because there's a lot of information out there, and that's a great place to start. That's why we put that together. Back in the day, let me find my place here again. Let's see, home. Back in the day, it was 1981, the price of silver had gone to astronomical levels. It was like, $15 an ounce. Never had silver been at that sort of a point. You're taking a nap, says Mantic? Well, you deserve it. Be ready in a couple hours. You got a show to do. How's the missus? There you go. Well, the guy downtown had a shop. It was Twin City Coin Shop. The guy's name was Robeson. And he was advertising wildly because people were buying up silver. And he could get, more than he was paying for it. So he put advertisements in the paper and he would buy your silver, right, for $1. No, $9 face value, right? You get $1 in face value, he'd give you $9 for it. It didn't matter if it was a quarter, a dime, a nickel, not the nickels, quarter, dime, half dollar, whatever. He's going to give it 9 times face. This is huge, huge money. There were lines out the door. He'd buy them, pack them up at the end of the day, ship them out, get his money when it arrived where it was going, and just keep on buying more. I guess he bought a new house at the end of all this. I haven't opened. Gonna do it on video, says Mantic. Yo, Ken, who gave Lemon Squeeze a day off? Get back to work, Lemon. Lemon in here? Okay. Well, I got all these coins, I said, geez, 9 times face, that's pretty good money. I'd been going through rolls down at the bank. I go get pennies over here, take them across the street. When I pick through them, I get nickels, keep going back and forth. And I had all these nickels all before 1965. I said, geez, he's paying how much? 9 times face. I gathered them up. I got like $6 worth of nickels all before 1965. I waited in line for an hour. I mean, for an hour. Got up to the head. I said, I got all these, silver nickels. Huh? He looks at them and says, oh man, these are real nice. It's a real nice collection, but I'm afraid these aren't silver. That's why they call them nickel. See, they're made out of nickel. Oh gosh, well, I started with no information, the same as anybody else. I've been doing this for a while, so I picked up a little bit here and there. And you will too. What it comes down to is the amount of activity you get involved with. You can go through people's, hey man, you got to roll a big roll of change. Let me count it out for you. I'll give you the money. Or maybe you got parents with a big jar of change. Hey Ma, can I go through your change? And she'll probably let you have those few that are neat and collectible. But over time, you're going to start picking up experience as you get more active. You stick with it. And it's that experience that, where the knowledge comes in. So don't be afraid to get out there and get your fingers dirty, your hands wet. Dip your toes in the pool and see if the water's comfortable. Because activity is what makes it all happen. Activity leads to experience and knowledge. And experience and knowledge is going to take you to the next level. Build confidence and confidence. Lincoln Central's here. We just talked about your dance go that you sent in for this the next big Coin Jeopardy fun thing. Let me catch up on chat here real quick. Yeah. So because you don't know much right now, don't let it stop you. You will learn. There's so many things to learn. I could go in so many different directions. And that's what the coin class does. Each week we look at, one particular little focus point. But there's lots of other tools available. There's the blog, for example. You'll find the listing down below. And there's more information there to find. You can read the blog. You can click on these, the key information links and get more information. There are books you can get. Geez, I could name them, but it would take days. You out of here, Cointelligence? We want to thank you and wish you good luck. Good luck with your school project there. But it's a matter of sticking with it, staying active. Like I say, you got 2 million people who are out there buying coins, hunting to fill their collection. How you collect is a factor. Are you collecting a little bit of everything? Are you collecting one particular series? A lot of people will collect just Lincoln cents. Here you go. And they have little tools you can pick up that'll help you out. Perhaps there are these small folders or those Dansko albums we gave away last night. So you can collect every single coin that was produced from that series. Right? Or you want one of everything. I want a penny. I want a half. Where's my egg card here? There you go. You can build type collections. So you have the Kennedy $50, the Walking Liberty $50, maybe a Barbara $50. Do all the dollar coins. That'll be one with the old lady on it. What's this one? The Sacagawea You got several different reverse designs on those. Tell them about Error Ref. Ooh, I just made room down below to clear that out. Error Ref is an outstanding site. It's good to understand how the coins are made, and that's again a bit of the experience. I got a book here. Oh, I'm always hauling this one out. Let me pull up my bookmark here. There we go. If you're looking for errors, because you're going to expand eventually, you're going to move past, you know, the Buffalo nickels or the seated liberties or the dimes or 2 centers or this little thing, the Hong Kong nickel, and you get what direction you're going to go. Do you want to get older coins? You want to step into foreign coins? What do you want to get into, say, errors? This is a neat one. This is the 6th edition, probably the best of them all. And this is a book by Alan Herbert, if I can find that. There it is. I'm going to put that up just a bit. And this is the official price guide to mint errors. What sets this apart is the massive volume of information. He takes you through the entire minting process, how the coins are made, how the dies are made, how it's all made. And you'll see that there are only so many ways that, you know, these machines can screw up. And because there are only so many ways that, you know, an error can result, you can put together a pretty substantial list of things. Oh, what do you got here? A straight clip outside of braided die doubling. You ever heard of that one? These are all errors that have been discovered, genuine or not. What's wrong with that? This is a fantastic book. I don't know, what is that, 400 or 500 pages? 400 pages. Brand new was probably $15 brand new. God knows when it was brand new. I'll have to look here. Oh, let's see, 2002. That's not ancient history. Gosh, I hope it's not ancient history because I remember 2002. One of the best books out there if you want to get in. What direction you want to go? Do you want to get into die varieties? You want to get into errors? Perhaps you want to, you know, focus on, you know, building your collection of half dollars. If you just want the Kennedys, you need about 250 different Kennedys just for those half dollars. There's whole worlds out there you don't have any exposure to yet. If all you're doing is going through pennies. We've got foreign coins, right? You got your tokens and metals. What you got in here? Oh, there's a neat one. I'll show you. I had that out to show you. I don't know what this is. Oh, 5 centavos. These are some coins Fritz Bender had sent in. Oh, and Fritz, yes, I read your email. Keep the suggestions flowing. Instead of just a nickel, a dime, a penny, a quarter of U.S. coins, separate yourself from U.S. and get into world coins. If you just have one coin from every nation, you're still already talking a couple of hundred coins. You're going to overfill that little jar of yours real quick. Here, this is 5 centavos. This is 5 centavos. Over here is 10. Over here is 20. These are just 5, 10, and 20 centavos from Mexico. I don't have any idea what this one is. I looked it up. I couldn't find a darn thing. I think it's Russian, but I can't read the darn thing. Let's see. This was in there. We got I don't know what this is. Let's see what this is. Francs? That's got to be 5 francs from Belgium. Quality is too low? I don't have one. That's a 1949 5 francs from Belgium. There you go. Yeah, it's showing some wear all right. But if you don't have one, there's one right there. You can win this stuff on the big show. We'll be giving away some more stuff tomorrow. Oh, let's see. Here's Colombia, 1952. That looks to be a mint mark down there above the date. You'll have to figure that out for yourself if you win it. It is these 10 centavos. Check out Geronimo here with the earring. Salarsa. I can't even pronounce these things. They got some great coins. That's their Indian. Here's ours. They related? No, he doesn't have any jewelry on his ear. No matter. There are massive worlds of coins out there. These world coins, they come in proofs, they come in mint sets, they come in every finish out there. Business strikes, regular old commercial, strikes. Here's a $5 coin from Liberia, which seems to be a proof. Republic of Liberia, and this is a clad proof from 2001. There it is. All kinds of good stuff. Where'd that one go? The coolest coin in the world. Okay. You can collect because it's copper, because you like brass, because you like the clad coinage, which is pretty darn durable. There's silver, there's gold. Here's probably the coolest coin in the world. How would you like to have one of these in your collection? No, not the old Lizzie. That big giant spider. Look at that. I woke up last night in a cold sweat because of this coin. I dreamt it was walking across my head, eating my brains, and then starved to death. Poor thing. Let me catch up over here. Diaz. It's pronounced Diaz, not D's. Dies. D's. I don't speak Mexican, except, I had some crews working for me and said, hey man, no trabajo, no dinero. Where'd that D's go? Dies? Dies. Dies centavos. Is that how they pronounce it in Colombia? I went with a girl from Colombia. There it is. That was a while back. I still pronounce it wrong. Well, how would you... I don't know, man. Do a video on coin pronunciation. That's a subject all by itself. I cannot come up with the Calarca thing. Diaz. Dies. Diaz. Diaz. There it is. 10 centavos. Looks like a coin. It's good. D's centavos. D's. Good. What's this one? You'll find a lot of British coins because they've been all over the world. They have Queen Elizabeth, King George, King Louis, whatever, whoever it is. This is Canadian. Don't neglect the Canadian currency. They're right next door. Same as the Mexican. You get a lot of stuff from the Barbados. What's that one? Bermuda, Bahamas. All these little small nations out in the Caribbean. We get a lot of change that'll intermix with American currency. I can show you the Russian coin under magnification. Which one's that one? Is this it? Scope. Oh, half a rupee. You can't read this. No, that one's Pakistan. The government of Pakistan. I get a guitar or something here. What's this? 1948. So that's like their first year of issue right there. Anybody know what a banny is? Here you go. 15. I got 15 of them. That looks to be in pretty decent shape for a 1960. Romania. I'm thinking Romania. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Lots of stuff going on. Where do you want to take your collection? Do you want to focus on just high-end coins? Here's one that came in yesterday. We're going to put this out tomorrow. Nope, that's not it. There we go. You don't have to know about slabbing or about grading because you can buy coins already graded. Right? These third-party graders came into existence specifically to be able to purchase coins and evaluate coins sight unseen. You don't have to see it. How about this one? Let's see if we can see that one. What would you grade that one? That's a 1909 Lincoln cent. You know, there's always an older coin. If I can find this one, it'd be a miracle. There's always an older coin you can get until you finally get the oldest coin. You say MS-66? That is a peach right there. Let's have a look at the back. There you go. You got VDB in the bottom. And it looks to be a type 2. You have to get in and take a look. Because if you're going to collect, geez, you can keep on going with your collection. There you go. On 1909 VDB, there are 2 different styles. And it comes down to that N, right? Sometimes it's a little shallow. Sometimes it's deep cut. Kind of a neat thing. So now you're going to have 2 of them. Not just 1, but 2. Let me refocus that one. And when you have them in beautiful shape, you start to put together a magnificent collection. These collections that have been gone, you know, the Norweb collection, Reverend Ty's stash, these famous collections, Gottlieb. These guys took decades, you know, 40, 50, 60 years to put these things together. There you go. That's a piece. That's a 64 red. And we'll probably try to give that away tomorrow. 1910 reverse. No, it's 1909, and there are 2 types of reverse on the 1909s, VDB and non-VDB. Actually, it'd be 4 types, because well, there's with and without the VDB, and then you have type 1 or 2 in the end. Lots of stuff. Beth, what do you collect? People ask me, what do you collect? And I say, I collect everything. They say, what's the best coin to collect? This one I have that's for sale that's really expensive. Naturally, that's the best coin to collect, in my opinion. You should collect it right now. Get your checkbook out. Where do you want to take it? We got Frank. He's collecting a set for the year his old man was born. Right? He's looking for all top-end condition coins for that particular year. There are dates that are important. Oh, here's the date. I can't see it here. There you go. Here's the year the baby was born, right? This is the year we got married. You can set it right up. This is the year we bought that house, right? And this is the year the grandchild was born. And you get every coin from that year. Put together a nice set. And people do this. There are proof sets, mint sets, groups of collections that have already been assembled by year. So you can go out and, you know, make a great gift or presentation. Gosh, where'd that one I had go? I had one. And okay, we're gonna have to substitute with this one. No, that's not the right one to substitute with. We'll substitute with that one. Okay, at some point you're gonna increase the condition of your coins, right? You can easily tell the difference between this one, which is circulated, has some wear, right, and this one over here, which is, you know, beautiful. It's got its original luster, no wear, great shape. Okay, a little bit spotty on this one, and you'd be making a leap from this old guy to this new one. Well, now you have your second-rate collection, and this great one for giving to the kids. Okay, but you want to keep going. Okay, you want to go from now the spotty one. You want one with no spots, you know, and even better uncirculated conditions. And keep on going there until you get one with no spots at all, no dings, no blemishes, an almost perfect coin. This is why the top-end coins are so valuable, because they're quite rare, and they would be the paramount, the penultimate coin for that collection. Ken is a bit confused today. I'm worried about our prof. Am I not making sense? I may take a coffee break. But I don't know if he said hello. Hello, Beth. Hello, Beth! There's Fluffy. Everybody say hi. You get that right. You and me both can. Know where? If it's silver or copper, I'm collecting, says Lincoln. I like copper. You got more character with copper. Where'd those woodies go? We got a bunch of woodies in yesterday. You get these wonderful colors. Which direction is your hobby going to take you? Will you be getting... Let me open this if I can. I don't think I can. These are like hermetically sealed. They're tough. We are never going to get that open. You get these coins that are called woodies because they have a wood grain. They're colored. Let's see if we can get in real close and see this. If you read that book I was talking about earlier, you get you'll come across what's called an improper alloy mixture, where the metals that make up the alloy don't properly mix, and the result is a coin with these vivid and colorful streaks. They can be wide, they can be narrow, they can be fine, they can be, big gobby looking things. No two are alike, and this is an example of the woodies. What if you just collected woodies? Gosh, that'd be a beautiful collection. How does a woody happen? I just did a video earlier this week showing how to make a woody. We did it with Play-Doh, which I got down here. And I used a couple of different colors to best show how that those alloys fail to mix, and the traits and qualities you'll see on these woodies. So definitely go check that out. There's all kinds of other shows. I do these shows all the time. Sometimes I just throw up and do a show just out of the blue. Where does your collection end? Dude, may it never end. There we go. We got some great detail on there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ant said something cool I gotta catch up. Here's a list of RPMs. I haven't even talked about RPMs hardly on a class or a dedicated show. Again, another direction you can go down. Where's your collection going to take you? Nobody knows. You don't know where it is. You don't know what you're going to collect 5 years from now. Your collection can change. You can set it off to the side, put it on the back burner, walk away and come back in 10 years. And all that information that you pick up, you can take it right where you left off. And those coins, your back burner, are probably going to be better off for it. Wow. My first Canadian I ever bought. What'd you get? And JC's here. Thank you, Lincoln. I know SJ is looking for me. SJ, she's in here. We caught her. There she is. Let me go over my notes real quick, because I always try to cover everything, and sometimes I just get so darn sidetracked. Okay. What should I collect? Whatever you like. Dude, they are all collectible. Some of these have no face value. They're collectible. There are rounds out there. There's copper rounds, silver rounds. They're created for artwork. Right? Something like this copper round. Silver round would be something akin to that big spider. They got them there. People make them out of old nickels. Right? They carve an old buffalo nickel into a different shape. And there's a lot of artistic value in these. Mark says, you're so right. I stopped collecting for about 25 years and just started again last year. It's like I never stopped collecting. Yep, and all your coins are 25 years older, which is nice. Ant says, last week I picked up a 1909 AU Woody so bright that it was orange. That's French. I'm glad. I'm going to wipe my nose real quick. I get to talking and the vibration just makes it itch. You can leave the hobby, but it'll never leave us. That's right. You can take the boy out of the coin collection, but you can never take the coin collection out of the boy. I've gotten involved in life, and my collection has been set aside for periods of time. Sometimes years at a time. I got into a candy company and did that for a while. Stopped doing my coin thing and just got into selling the candy. And boy, we sold the heck out of those lollipops, but I didn't buy a single penny. For a while. But geez, it's gonna stick with you for forever, really. As long as you can still get out of the house or look at photos, you can always, look at coins. You can always grow your collection, your hobby, your set. But if you're just kind of new and you don't know a darn thing, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. You might not want to purchase some items for a while until you start to gather this information that we're talking about. You will. Look. It's a hobby of accumulation. You accumulate coins, right? You accumulate more coins. God, there's no end to the coins. You start to accumulate, different, that's where it is, tools and equipment, right? You get different pieces of stuff around. What's this? Books, paperwork. Here's a map. No, wait, it's a calendar. Information shows up. More equipment, more supplies. You know, eventually you get a whole desk, maybe a table, maybe a desk and a table and some shelves. Maybe a desk and a table, some shelves and a cabinet. You keep on growing the hobby, and geez, in 30, 40, 50 years, it's going to be a marvelous thing. It'll be spectacular. And leave it behind, get the kids, make sure they know what's going on, and they'll continue that hobby. They'll continue that collection. And there have been some fantastic collections over the years that reach into the multi-hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's no lie. Was that the Norweb? How much has the Norweb gone for? 220 million? Lincoln says, I have a 1920 small and a large cent. Gotta be Canadian. There you go. What do we got for Canadian here? We had that little one. There we go. Here's a little Canadian lost it. Here's a little Canadian penny. Now over time, these foreign coins. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. What's this? Nope. Did I move it over there? I might have. Here we go. Here's some. Here's some. Okay. Nope, that's a little one. Okay, another small Canadian. What's that one? 1955. Brand spanking new. We got bunches of them around here. Before they were small, back in 1920, they had switched to a small coin from their larger coin. There you go. Here's Queen Vicky. I'll put the little Liz. That's her granddaughter down below. And they had a much higher copper content, so finding dark ones is quite common. We can put that under the loop here. Under the scope. Where are you? There she is. This is a little worn down. Okay, Canada. You got Queen Victoria. What's the date on that one? 1898. That's an old one. I would not call this a wonderful coin. But it's out there. What's the date on the large? Our Beth may want. Oh, jeez. Beth, you want large? Pick a date. What condition you like? Here's an 1891. Fine. Large leaves. Outburst number 3. Small date. 63 with a hanging. Oh, these are neat. Here's a hanging 3. If I can find it. There you go. Now this is a clash die you'll find. Over there in Canada they call it a hanging 3. It's her neck. It's her chin. And right in here. That's a hanging 3 because it looks like it's like a Christmas ornament. I have to look in my book. There's as much history in Canadian coins as there are in the United States. Well, a little shorter time period. I wonder if that Wellington's in here. We'll have to find. I don't know where that goes. I pull it out, I look at it, show it off to somebody. 1910. After Vicky passed away, her son took over. That's Edward VII. There he is. Great beard on him, huh? That is a wonderful beard. After Edward was his son George. That's not him. Have I got him? Dude, I don't even know. There is no order here. Nope, that's Edward. That's 1891. Here it is. The Wellington. Right early on. That's not going to show a darn thing. Let's see if we can see that. That's an 1814 halfpenny token. And there's Lord Wellington. You know the guy who defeated Napoleon at Waterloo? That's this guy, Lord Wellington. Yeah, he whooped Napoleon's butt. 1890. Okay, there's a better grade with some crap on it. What do you got here? This is not, I don't have any grade listed up for it, so let's look at it. And that's probably XF because I got all the crown jewels are full. And it is 1896. Decent looking piece. All sorts of things. Go on and on. What, there's no order in chaos? This whole place has been taken over by entropy, I swear. That I just cleaned this table behind me. You saw it. It wasn't a week ago. I cleaned that table. This is what we're at already. That's not been a week. You can see the whole darn thing. I don't have a chance around here. Yep. Yeah, we say it's active. Looks like my desk. Yeah, I got to do a whole show just on a coin workstation. You know, there's things that are handy to have, some shelves and lights and pads, and you know how to organize your work area. Of course, I'd probably also be the worst person to talk about such a thing because look what that is like. Okay, we'll set it back there. Now, if you've got any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Otherwise, we're going to look at stuff and talk about what's coming up. We do have Mantic coins in about, what, an hour? It's 4 o'clock now, so an hour and a half we'll get to Mantic coins. Lincoln says, I have some Canadian large cents with an H mint mark. Can you please tell me what the H is for? Herndon and Sons, I think it is. Heaton, there you go. I know it was an H. The British, they could only mint so darn many. They had 2 mints, so they privatized it. And Heaton and Sons was a private mint on the outskirts of London. And I probably have one here somewhere. And they put their own mint mark on the coins. Let's see. 87, 16, what's that? There's George's son. No. There's George. That's the other Canadian design in a large sense. 1903. I can't even see that one. 92. They come and go, man. What's this one? 1884. Verse number 3. Anything on that? Nope, not on that one. Then you got the high H, the low H. 1891. Can we see it? Nope. It's probably gone. Oh, here's that quarter. 1908 would not have one. 1891. 96. Oh, gone. Bingo. What's the one under the scope? That's a Wellington. Let me get this off. I'll put that up on a card so I can move it around a little better. That's an 1814 halfpenny token. Now Wellington came over to Canada to lead the troops. All right, of course they got to pay the troops. And so they just printed these up. This would be good enough. You got this poor girl been in a wheelchair for a couple hundred years. That's Britannia. Yeah, it's kind of worn out. It's corroded. I suspect it spent some time in the ground. Here we go. We've got Lovey. Got some marks on her. And, oh yeah, they're upside down. And an H. And the H is Heaton. And that is the mint mark. Isn't that great? Great. One more thing you got to collect now. Where does it end? Don't let it end. Keep on going. Keep on growing. There is no practical end. So your hobby will direct you to where you want to go, to where you need to go. You don't know what you're going to be collecting in a few years. Now here's a Washington quarter. You can't see it. Give me. Okay, this is the effigy mound thing. You know that weird one? Let's put that under the scope real quick. Because what can you find out there? And is it worth collecting? And, well, should you even bother? Okay, you see the effigy mound, 2017, the Iowa quarter. Right? That's up near where Beth is. There you go. And we got a mint mark here. It's, where is it? That's a P. And what makes this one unique is a clash where the two dies came together. And you can read about that sort of thing in the minters, but there was no coin, no planchet in between. So you ended up getting the marks from the back pounded into the front. Looks like George is sneezing. Let's see if we can make it show up here. And that's those marks right there under his nose. Those are clash marks. And there's a couple of these that I found. You get some more up here above in God. And so those little marks, that's the grass. Because they are an indicator for doubling, says Ant. I wonder what he's talking about. Good enough for me. Just found silver in 3 rolls and finally calmed down. Well, congratulations. Let's see it. Bad places. Oh, and I found a minor polishing error on an Indiana quarter. You'll get those. This is it's a clash. Right there under his nose. And what are those marks? Grass. Those marks. All kinds of things you can do. Are they worth getting into? Sure. If it's worth it to you. Is it worth your time? Sure. You get a bunch of them, you're going to have a fantastic collection over time. Just keep on going with it. What you're doing right now is learning. There is a lot to learn. I've been learning for 40 years and I still ain't learned everything. You can learn something new every day. Any annealing errors on the newer quarters? Not that I've seen. I get a nickel over here. I'm never going to find that. Gosh, I've got so much stuff pulled out. I'm going to stop pulling stuff out right now. I'm at a point where I forget something new every day, really. Gosh, you can keep on collecting and collecting and learning and learning. And, well, you specialize. You start to go into particular areas. Maybe your special area of interest is these clash dies. Maybe you're interested in annealing errors. Maybe you're interested only in, slabbed coins of high grade. Let's see. Say something like these wonderful proofs, or full red 1909s. There's no end to it. Where do you want to go? Follow your dreams. Follow the path, and your collection will take you where you want to go. Hidden says, especially on nickels, Ant, since nickel is a harder, denser metal as opposed to silver or gold. Gold is much softer, so less annealing is required. There's some neat stuff out there, guys. Look, I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to invite you, especially if you won last night's show, if you're on the winning team, and that is, let me see, Coin Dragon in here, Ant, Coin Dragon, Cointelligence, Blues, Koi Lovers, Silver Haze, Mise en Place, Aiden Jones, and CJ. You get 1,000 Mantic coins coming, but you got to get into Mantic Show to get them, and you get to it's a chance to win things on Mantic Show. Yeah, he has free giveaways, and just enter with 100 points, 100 Mantic coins, you get an entry. So, geez, you can enter several times on these things. Okay, give something away, Doctor. I'll give away information. It's the best I can do. But tomorrow at 9:30, we have the big giveaway. One thing we're going to give away is that beastie. This was sent in by Paula Blum, along with a whole bunch of other coins we'll be giving away. I've got, oh, geez, let me slide this over. We've got lots of items that Fritz Bender sent in, CJ sent in. I've got coins from Bill J. Gosh, there's a whole list of people that have sent, and they keep coming in. If you want to send coins in, because we just, put together a package and send them out. There's my email right there, and I'll give you my shipping address. Pick a number, letter, nose. We'll find out. I like to mix it up. I pick 1A, 2B, 3C, 0, 0, 0, destruct, 0. If you need supplies, flips, loops, scales, there you go. We've got, now I'm going to be out of flips for a little bit, but I got more coming. These go, sometimes they go all at once. Weekends, they tend to go pretty quickly. That makes sense. People pay more attention on weekends to their hobby, and they say, oh, geez, I got to order some flips. So I've got 100 flips. You'll see them. They're right here. Or $100, $3 shipping. If you want to double up, we'll set you right up with a, combining them together in the shipping. You know, how many do you like? I've got to get some more boxes. I got those red boxes. Where did they go? This is not the best example. There you go. The red boxes are 2x2x9. They hold, you know, just a massive number of coins. I don't know what's in this one, for example, but they'll fit all your standard 2x2 holders. And we can have a special with those 3 boxes, right, with 300 or 600 flips inside, depending on how many you want. All with, you know, one flat rate price. We'll go from there. The boxes have increased in price, so we've got to refigure the actual price. But we got scales, the loops. There you go. That's a these are 10x loops. We got the lanyards I send with them. Here's one. It's an original package. We got them. Let me know what you're looking for. You'll see it. You know, scroll by. We got the digital scales. They're $7 and $3 for shipping. But if you order a bunch of stuff, we'll make sure we combine that shipping. So, you know, you're not going to pay $3 on this, $3 on that, $3 on the other. Put them all in one package, and you know, we charge you for that, you know, that package. They're communists. Man, you sound like my grandfather. So they can build a new one for free, and by free I mean slave labor. What have I done, Bones? What you had to do. What you always do. Turn death to win a fighting chance to survive. We got a lot of Star Trek gurus around here, I can tell. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. I'm a doctor, not an escalator. I'm a doctor, not a coins collector. There you go. Okay, we're digressing, guys. I'm going to get to going. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor. Get it. Tomorrow is Red Shirt Day. Everybody wear red shirts. Nor am I a cut top. I'm a princess. I've seen that movie about 20. I've seen every Star Trek movie. Gosh, that's all I do is watch Star Trek movies. Q-tip. I can't seppo. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. Okay, that's it, guys. Tomorrow, 9:30, the big show. Be there, be square. We'll figure it out. Oh, I meant to mention this. What's his name? Fritz just sent me an email with a couple of suggestions, and I read through them thoroughly and with attention. I don't cast away suggestions. I may not employ the suggestions, but I am all open to any suggestions you have to improve the show, to offer good topics, good subject matter. I'm more than happy to listen. And, you know, you can get a hold of me at this email anytime you like. We'll go from there. Please bring it, because you guys are the viewers. If there's something you want to hear about, explained, you know, in excessive detail, that's what I'm here for. I almost fell on my live stream. Sorry to hear it, Bill. Get up. The 1909S VDB is overrated. Yes and no. The Lincoln Cent series is the most collected series in the history of the universe. And the 1909 SVDB is, well, the pinnacle of that of the standard dates. You know, there's more in there after that. You got to have the 55 double die. You got to have the 22 plain. You got to have the 72 double. All this stuff. But if you just want the standard straight run, you got to have the 1909 SVDB, and you're looking at what, 60,000 surviving specimens. You got to have that thing. It's demand. Everybody wants it. There are fewer 1914Ds in superior grades, and they draw a premium over the 1909 SVDBs, believe it or not. Who needs a 1909 VDB? I have a few hundred. I got one around here that looks pretty good. We'll probably give it away tomorrow. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, that'll go. That'll go out the door. For sure. Maybe not for sure. But there it is. Gosh, get yourself some good ones. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take off, guys. I'm going to let you all stay here, chat. But whatever you do, stay groovy. We'll see you later.